Here we go. Okay, so my message today is, it seems to be for someone who's been an up and down with someone for years. You've kind of been back and forth. And it's the thing is that keeps you tied to it is there's been extremes, right? So there's been really, really excellent good times and really low lows, right? I think you're also in a position with this person. Not only are you feeling a little maybe wiser and a little less in your emotions than this person would potentially be. You think this person has a lot of secrets, and if they would just come out with the truth and tell you the whole story, you would be in a place where at least you would like understand everything that was going on and be able to make a really clear decision. But as you get older and more mature, I think you're in a place where you understand that getting that kind of truth from this person is going to be way more difficult than ever anticipated. I think this person sort of lives in a lot of delusion and fog amidst themselves anyway. Maybe they are even like a high water sign, like they have a water sign and they're big three, if you know what that is, like the sun, moon, or rising. But even if they're not, they have this vast emotional playing space that I don't even know if you're aware of the complexity and size of it. I'm being shown the ocean in my mind, like legit this person drowning in their own groupings of emotions, because in addition to a really deep feeling, it's also giving that this person has I'm like being pulled to the phrase low self-esteem, but it's really, it's like not exactly that. It's something sort of it's almost, not to say the word masturbatory spelling, but it's a little bit like a situation that this person loves living in their emotions and this emotional playing space of hurt for them. Surprisingly, it's like it's something kind that they really like it. Actually, there's something about the pull to that emotional crying space that's it diddles something for them, girl. It takes them somewhere. And this person has had, you would know this person because they've had emotional or manipulative tendencies in the past. Sometimes I'm hearing not even intentionally, just in a place where I'm being shown Justin Bieber in my mind, right? So obviously this is someone with some talent and some beauty. I'm not being shown a gender either way. It's kind of like, it could go either way, but if specifically, I guess, if this is a boy, this is someone who, to me, or I mean, it could be non-binary, pardon me, someone who's not only has trouble with the truth, you hear me coughing, but also has issues regarding, mirroring is the word I'm hearing. It's a situation that this person has grown up kind of their entire life being, not to say pretty, but good looking, in such a way that they've noticed other people kind of project themselves onto them. And this person, instead of determining like, yeah, really, this person, instead of determining like a serious, what's a good word for this? Like a strong sense, healthy sense of ego. I like this and this, I am this, and I don't like it when this, and this. This person never really did that. This person instead was in a place where I'm being shown like Piscean and Libra, Gemini kind of energy. That kind of melty, what you want is what I want, what you want's what I want. You know, you want what I want, what you want, what I want is kind of the vibe of it. It's like this person has gotten off on people pleasing for so long, to the extent that even in their adult life, if they've reached a point where they're finally understanding how to manipulate it, it comes from a very dark shadow. Yes, I'm being shown someone who sometimes puts themselves in situations just to kind of feel something. Like I'm even being shown really sexual situations that they kind of do it. I'm hearing do it for the plot. But what I'm seeing in my face is I'm seeing somebody who is testing the boundaries of these moments. Now I'm being shown Sag, someone who is testing the boundaries of other people from a place of hoping that experiences crashing through other people will help them define their own personality. What a interesting spot, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for that very intense download. This is someone who like I've pulled now 8 of Swords reversed. Let's talk about you for a second again. I think you're in a place where you're finally reaching full, not to say maturity, but acceptance. And you've done the healing that it's been required of you. You've really done the self-introspection. And the phrase that I kept getting pulled to earlier, and yep, I just heard the smoke alarm, so I know it's got to be confirmation. The phrase I kept, maybe this is the point as to why Spirit's giving me this big runaround. The phrase I kept getting pulled to earlier was about that this person in question, who I was just speaking about, you have inadvertently, after all this time, I'm hearing that you rejected them recently. That's, or something to that effect. Like you were shown a situation to repeat a cycle, and instead of doing it, you set a boundary and proved yourself. You proved to your ancestry, proved to your spirit guides. Wow, this is so beautiful. This is so lovely. You prove to your spirit guides that you are in a place where you are better now. Yeah, I heard the smoke alarm again just now. You are healing. You are finally understanding and overcoming, and you are doing the maturity, the decisions that you know are not inadvertently self-harming. That's what I'm hearing. Wow, how deep is that? Like this idea that repeating cycles with people like this, you would do it because I'm hearing also you put in a lot of effort or a lot of work into this person. So it can be very difficult knowing when to cut your losses, knowing when is the appropriate time to say, you know what, I'm gonna take my ball and go home. Be like, girl, the games, the back and forth, the up and down, it doesn't make my heart race anymore. It just makes me ill. It does not make me feel good. I don't like being in this chaotic energy. I don't feel safe here. I don't feel wanted. I don't feel seen. I feel used. I feel told what you think I want you to say. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you project because you don't want to lose the option of someone who's, I'm hearing Kendrick Lamar, she a fan, oh, he a fan, oh, about Drake, he a fan. Wow, so this is about somebody who feels like by placating others, they keep up a certain level of, oh, I see. This is someone who is so lost in their own emotions, so wide-worlded about the deep sea of their own emotions that they keep people around them to keep them above water, literally, to keep them above water, that put them in a place that they don't need to have self-esteem, self-actualization. They don't need to, because if you like me, then that must mean I'm doing something right. That must mean, oh my God, ew, shut up. This person has been, I'm hearing, outrunning the self-work previously. I'm seeing an asterisk. Previously, like Spirit wants to underline that. Previously, they have been outrunning the self-work because they had what they thought were like fans that were telling them basically like, well, if this person wants me, then whatever, like I'm awesome, But you got to a place where you broke the cycle. So I'm seeing like Melanie Martinez in my mind for some reason. I'm getting, you know why? I think it's because Spirit's trying to make a point about like, not only manipulation, but about, like children, like, schoolyard. It's all this, like, this child imagery, like youthful, childish games, like someone like immaturity, youthful. Maybe this is someone you've known and been back and forth with for a long time, but or either way, this is someone who obviously left a mark on you or is affecting your inner child, or you two feel like you speak to each other's inner children, which is why this connection sort of felt different, but is also inadvertently why this person operates the way that they do. So how do I say this? This person brought out your inner child because they live from a place of their wounded child. Ooh, Spirit, you better speak on them right now. You better crack them like an egg and open them up. I'm seeing splayed out, baby. I'm looking in them right now to this chemical markup girl that they have built up. And I say girl, non-gender girl, but this chemical buildup of what is inside of them. I feel like you're in a place that you feel like I don't even want to say that y'all could be friends. I don't think it's that. I think it's it's a situation that you could almost like, why am I hearing like collab on something? Are they like really good at something? Are you hoping that they might push you into the spotlight more or something? Something like that. But if that doesn't resonate, I understand. That might be as for a smaller collective or smaller group of you that might confirm for some people. But that's kind of the image that also I'm getting. Or if it's not that, I also have your 3 of Pentacles. So it could also have been not only collab work, it could be like triangulation, because maybe this other person constantly, well, I mean, I was just mentioning that, wasn't I, that this person has other people they tap into. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing like a gardener, babe, like somebody who's got a lot of beautiful plants out back, and they water them each a little bit and then leave them to just grow by themselves. This person is very good at ooh, this is insidious. This person is really, yeah, look at the 7 of Cups reversed on the bottom of the deck. Please, please, with Knight of Cups reversed, please. This is somebody who is really good at understanding that giving you a little bit of attention and then backing off is the best way for it to water. Wow, how interesting is that? This is someone who understands that people are like plants for some reason. Yes, confirmation. I heard a motorcycle. So this is someone who understands that if you ghost them and you do a little bit and then leave them alone, maybe this person understands that they'll like cook in anxiety by themselves to some extent and grow, and they'll come back or operate like a fan, or like if they, what is that called? We call that like breadcrumbing, right? Somebody who like gives like a little bit and understands that way when they give you that little bit, like a Pavlovian dog alarm kind of thing. This is someone who studied psychology, or at least has such a grasp over their own watery, awful, turbulent emotions that whether they're doing this inadvertently or not, I think they understand in their mind. I think that they're like playing a game to themselves. That's what I'm seeing. It's not like super malicious, but it's coming from a place of, I don't want to say fuck boy, fuck girlism, but it's coming from a place of like, I understand that other people operate this way. I like being the object of affection, so in order to operate, like it's giving like Art of Seduction by Robert Greene. Like this person doesn't do it necessarily for chaotic. It's chaotic good and chaotic evil. They do it because they like the attention. They like having the options. That's just how they're built. They like love. They like flirting. They like that kind of thing. It tickles another part of them, just like this emotional part at the beginning of this channel session that I kept seeing. Like this, for some reason, the fact that other people want them draws them out of this dark spiral, watery place of their own emotions, whether that's childhood trauma or their own emotional situation. They got a lot going on in their own heads, which is kind of amazing to me to feel that or see that. But I think the reason that I was pulled to this reading today was because I was meant to tell you that this person has been inspired by you, actually. I think they see you as someone who does not particularly live in their emotions the way that they do. In fact, I'm even hearing like maybe you used to, not to say like play games with them a little bit to get them out of that dark spiral place, but you would do little things like, I'm seeing like Titanic, take my hand. Like I'm saying like somebody here, like maybe you tried to save them or something. This is something that is kind of like, this is back and forth. I'm really seeing they save you, you save them, they save you, you save them. You put in all this work and effort. You didn't know when to cut these losses. I mean, obviously this person feels something for you as well. But the reason that I was brought to this reading specifically today is because I was really told to tell you that you have launched this person by your recent rejection, if that resonated with you earlier, or by the realization. They recently had a realization. That's the key. Yeah, I just heard the smoke alarm sensor. They just had a realization. They like kind of woke up one morning and like, wait a minute. And you put them in a place where I'm hearing they're tapping into their inner selves again. They're finally actually doing the self-realization work. I'm even hearing like you've launched them on a dark night of the soul, like a specific spiritual journey, because their higher self has been kind of yelling at them. Yeah, I feel a burp coming, so this is true. Excuse me. Their higher self has kind of been yelling down to them all along. They kind of weren't listening. They would have moments where they would listen and moments where they would be rewarded, and then moments where it was kind of like, oh, they have to just go through this to have their ego checked. Yes, there go that smoke alarm again. To have their ego checked, to have their also self-esteem worked on, like to understand codependency is not a way to live. This person cannot continue to siphon from other people in this strange mirroring. I keep seeing this strange mirroring, like this person, if you like it, I love it. That's what I'm hearing. Like this person is like, if you bring up something, yes, they heard of it, and also blah, blah, blah. Like, and that's the kind of way that they live their life. And they live behind this mask because I think they're so afraid that other people are going to see this deep, 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 wrought emotional well that they keep to them, not even to themselves, but it's this like, they've been explained to for so long that they've thought for so long that no one could ever love them or love that full part of them. No one could ever see the full depth or understand their full depths of whatever it is, their darkness, their demon, the weight of whatever that this thing is. Because all I'm seeing is the ocean, and I'm seeing like a color purple, and I'm seeing them swimming about in it. They breathe in this water though, which is so interesting. They're living underwater. Yes, excuse me. They have trouble talking about it too. I keep getting that. I keep getting this. I never like clear my throat. That's not me at all. So I'm like, what is this? They're not talking about it. And they live behind this air sign energy, whatever this is. It's so interesting. And then you're coming out more as this air sign energy of your own. And like, you were one of the first people that kind of showed them that not only could someone sort of take in all of whatever this was, or at least see them where they're at, but like not be in a place where they like, I'm hearing like immediately want to F them, or like immediately want to have sexual or intimate relations or something as well. Cause they have a wound around that as well. Like imagine being like object of affection from a very, very young age and growing up with a very specific other people's, I'm seeing this insidious attitude. I'm seeing like insidiousness. Like, for example, I'm seeing in my head, like, I know this is becoming a long reading. I didn't expect this, but this is a channel for somebody, girl. And girl, not girl. So I'm seeing like a child, like in middle school kind of a thing. And then like teachers projecting onto them. Like, for example, if it was a young girl, I'm seeing like male teachers act a certain way. Like, I'm seeing like other people almost discovered this person's sexuality before they did because of how they present in the world. And that has created a very, very specific pathway. And I think while they might have manipulated or at least used it and rode the wave a bit to the highest point of where they could get at. Like, this is not necessarily a bum. Like, I'm seeing this as somebody who other people definitely want. Other people, you know, if we're hearing fans, so this is someone who's kind of relevant or at least has options. And this person, but this person has never been forced to really stop and check their own codependencies because they've been living off of it for so long. And I think they can't really run from it anymore. I'm hearing either they hit a wall, something happened, whether I keep seeing work. So something maybe happened at work or something. And then you combined with whatever occurred with you. And all of a sudden they're in this place where they're like, confirmation again. It just snapped into place one day. Like they woke up and they were like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not listening to my higher self. I'm operating in this low vibrational plane. I'm not like looking inward, like whether they wanted to or not, they just were forced through this barrier recently. They were forced to check themselves. They are finally, and I'm hearing they're finally tapping into their own psychic abilities. You could also be thinking about them a lot recently, which is why it's worth noting that that's what they're doing is they're psychic beaconing you. Like, because again, I don't like to have this conversation with people because people start to call me crazy, but I want to shut that down right now because the Leo from Jersey, and if you're liking this, please feel free to leave a like or tell me about who this is in the comments or subscribe, because you know I'll be channeling for y'all. I'll be channeling for somebody. I'm looking into the great beyond right now. And anyway, what I was going to say was, if you need to look up like the 5515 packet and read how the American CIA proved that magic or energy transfer was real in the 1980s, and we've been new. Psychic energy transfer is so obviously real. Hello, people have made a whole holistic category off of it. But if you needed proof, you could go ahead and read the CIA tell you about it, girl. And girl, not Jenny girl. But anyway, so the point being that this person is finally like, why do I keep ignoring my higher self? Why do I keep doing these self-harming habits? And it might be getting to a place where it's the things like the casual date is not helping anymore, or the people they're connecting with are not, they're feeling that disconnection for something regarding that. There's something there that all of a sudden they're like, it's just not happening anymore the way that it used to. They're not experiencing new and fresh. They're just tired and run through the paces and emotionally and burnt out and trying to keep up everything else in their life. So in the moments where they are alone, they are now sitting with this. This is something like, and it's something that they are finally preying upon. They're finally reflecting over. They might even have discovered like a self-help category on like YouTube or books or something. Yeah, I'm hearing confirmation again. Like, I don't know. I keep seeing like now Amazon. I don't know. Something strange like that. Like they've been buying the books or something. So this is someone who is finally, this might even be someone who's on the precipice of a psychic awakening. And you might be like, what does that got to do with me? Well, I just wanted to let you know that you have activated that in this person. God has told me today to tell you this, that not only does that mean that you are in a place where you could put yourself back out there, you've done the psychic work, you've done the psychic healing, so much so that you are inspiring it in other people. So, you know, this could be a very blessed time for you where you could do the same for a number of people. God has used you as an enzyme or a catalyzer to get other people right. I am hearing to you have been put in other people's lives literally because of your open intuitive psychic ability, and the fact that you listen to your gut feelings and gut reactions and whatnot, and the fact that you have overcome this old cycle is not only triggering a new cycle for yourself but also for other people. Look at the way that you have affected and beautified other people's lives. I just think that is lovely and amazing, and you have something very, very, very special coming up for you. But if you also see images of this person in your mind, or you're thinking of them or whatever, and you've been wondering why, this is potentially why. Anyway, I've been the Leo from Jersey. Thank you so much for watching. This was a long message, but I loved it. I had a great time channeling today. What a beautiful message. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you as always. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed, or join the Jersey Pride. Subscribe. You know, I'll be pulling for y'all, or tell me in the comments about this. I apologize if I've not been back the past week. I had a friend pass away, so I have another beautiful, beautiful friend in the beyond who helps me and prays with me, and I pray over them. So it's been a really difficult transition the past week, but I was pulled back with this message today. I kept getting, God was knocking on me like, go do a message. And I was like, okay. So I rallied myself for this one, but thank you so much for being here. I hope to go back to doing the daily messages, which I was doing before. So you'll know I'll only ever pull for you. If anything else you're drawn to on my channel, then you go ahead and take a look, because you know you will only ever see what is meant for you in this life. And I hope to goodness to see you again. Thanks for saying bye.